Hey, I just got my letter back from Michael Emry, locked up in Lompoc, California. Hi, Jared. Thanks for your support and kindness. Sorry for taking so long to get this out to you. And it seems that anything in here takes forever to get done. This is our second attempt. No one seems to know what to do. And the best that you can hope for is someone that will help you somehow. Somebody that you think will help you will lead you down a blind path. That's nice. They have counselors, but apparently they're not much help. The inmates I have found are the best ones to get your information from if you are careful, and the guards are no help and only say, see your counselor. That is no simple task to see your counselor when you end up in a line of 50 or more waiting to ask a question, only to have the door shut just before it's your turn after waiting for a few hours. We are packed in here like sardines, and it amazes me how folks get by. Very creative, I must say. Most of the inmates are. Things that once you thought you would throw away now become priceless, and trade becomes the rule of the day. My Becky has had a hard time of it, and I am so grateful to you and so many others for so much kindness and understanding. She has been attacked online, better than being attacked in person though, and even had a trusted friend betray her by taking over $4,000. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. People are great, aren't they? So I am forever grateful for so many like you, and my hope is that God shines His light of love upon you and yours. I do not have any idea as to my time here and to the half house or home confinement. You never know anymore. You never know. The system eats you, they can eat you forever. Go Republicans, right? Yeah, freedom! Yeah. He says something about his potential release date. And enclosed is the form you need to come and see me, and I look forward to seeing you. That's Michael Emry, journalist, FBI pain in the rear end from Idaho. And it's not funny. We're surrounded by tyrants. We're run by tyrants. Organized crime runs this whole country inside and out. And most people that work in government choose not to consider that fact because then they're left with a moral dilemma. Yeah, but the voters are too. I mean, every time you go in to cast a vote, you should have a moral dilemma on your hands, right versus wrong. And you should be able to recognize truth from error. But most people don't, or they don't care. You know, they have theirs. They're doing okay. They're getting a paycheck at 5 o'clock on Friday. Not much of a paycheck anymore, but hey, it's a paycheck. And if the mainstream media tells you that things are great in America, things are great in America. $20 an hour is a great job. Back in 1980. Even better when we had real dollars over 100 years ago. So, anyway, if people are in love with their servitude, good luck talking them out of it. You don't have to go anything farther than the Bible to understand that principle. The Israelites would, some of them started missing the fruit and the food and the conditions in Egypt instead of hanging out with Moses in the Sinai KOA campground. I want to be free. I want to be left alone. And because I want that, I'm willing to let others be left alone. And I look at this, I don't look at it. I read about it, what this country was like when it was started, when we initially broke off from England and we started governing ourselves of sorts. We're really not very good at this. Most of God's children will never get this principle in this lifetime. They immediately start exercising unrighteous dominion. They vote for tyrants. And as long as they're not in pain, they consider themselves free. Doesn't matter if they're killing themselves, working 3 jobs. Doesn't matter if they're taxed to death. Doesn't matter if they can't do anything without a permission slip or a license. Now, a license is permission to do something naughty. A license is a license to do something that would otherwise be unlawful. Think about that. You're not free if you have permission slips. I read the Louisiana Slave Code of 1806. Only slaves needed a permission slip to travel down the road. Only slaves needed permission to carry a firearm. Only slaves needed a license, a business license, to sell produce on the side of the road. Interesting ideas, isn't it? But you can go and, keep watching Fox News if that's what... Don't. Stop. Turn all that off. It does affect your thinking. They're all owned by the same people anyway. Both sides are owned. Both sides. The illusion is that if you join one party or the other party, that they're somehow different. They've been bought and paid for since the beginning. Which is why George Washington warned us about parties, and John Adams. But who listens to those guys? Not enough. Not enough. Everybody says they're libertarian, but they don't vote that way, and they probably really aren't either, because, well, you'll have to ask them. All right, well, don't forget about Michael Emry and so many others. There's literally too many to keep track of, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try, and that doesn't mean we shouldn't do something. Time to turn off the ball games. Those are meant to distract you. March Madness is coming up right before tax day, when you are reminded of how much servitude you are actually in. Turn the ball games off for a season. Show up. Let's try to restore liberty for ourselves and the next generation, and stop pretending you're free, and stop thanking congressmen for their service and every other government stooge. My goodness, that's crazy. All right, hope you enjoy your lunch. Don't eat GMO. Talk to you later.